New at 10, a West Valley couple is devastated after losing thousands of dollars in a sophisticated scam. Thanks for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Mark Curtis.
And I'm Kadiba Devine. It is the same scam that targeted a Peoria man, and it's convincing. It involves someone impersonating a bank employee, telling you that your account has been hacked, and then before you know it, your money is gone.
12 News journalist Bianca Bono is here. And Bianca, has this couple been able to get any of their money back?
The short answer is no. Chase Bank, an employee there, was able to freeze the money transfer and flag it as fraud. But police tell us that days later, another employee unfroze it, allowing the suspect to get that money. This all happened back in March, and the couple is anxiously waiting as the bank continues to investigate.
Sounded so legitimate.
Sitting in their surprise home, Tracy and Mark still can't believe what happened to them 4 months ago.
It was heartbreaking.
A heartbreaking situation they are still trying to recover from, both mentally and financially.
I worked 21 days in a row nonstop to try to catch back up.
And it all started with a text message.
Did you try and Zelle $399 to Susan Smith?
Tracy knew the Chase account in question was her husband's business account. Thinking the text was legitimate and from Chase Bank, she replied no and was then given a phone number to call. The person claiming to be a bank employee said their account was flagged for fraud, and it looked like it was an inside job, a bank employee trying to steal their money. Mark jumped on the call and was told to head to the nearest branch and empty his account, while the person on the phone set up a new secure account for him.
And I said, I need to withdraw $20,000 out of my business account.
The caller then directed him to the bank's ATM, and after instructing him on how to link a new account through his Apple Wallet, told him to deposit the $20,000. So he did.
I got a bad gut feeling, and I called my wife, and she left work, and we both go up there, and I walked in, and I had him on the phone. I said, I want to get my money out of there now. I took 2 steps in the branch.
In less than an hour, they had been scammed.
We were crying so hard because we were just like,
Devastated. Just blew me, cut my head off from my business.
The employees at the branch got to work and were able to freeze the transaction as Peoria police launched an investigation. Familiar with this scam after helping another West Valley man who was targeted.
They basically turned his phone into a weapon to hold him hostage.
Tracy and Mark are still waiting for answers from Chase Bank. 12 News has learned that despite the transaction being frozen that day, Chase Bank unfroze the funds and released the account days later, meaning the suspect got the money.
it makes me angry. It makes me not trust people. And I mean, you're stealing from hardworking people.
Yeah.
12 News began reaching out to Chase Bank about the case on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, a bank employee contacted Tracy and Mark, assuring them their case is still open. In a statement, a Chase spokesperson said, "We are continuing to review this case and are cooperating with law enforcement for any criminal investigation."
They're not making it easy. Definitely dragging their feet.
Tracy and Mark have faith they will eventually get their money back. But as they continue to wait, they're sharing their nightmare, hoping to prevent another person from becoming a victim.
This can happen to you. You have to be so careful, and they're so convincing.
And the good news in all of this, Peoria police tell me they've actually identified the suspect in this case, and they live in Florida. Police here are now sending the case to the appropriate jurisdiction there for a follow-up investigation and hopefully prosecution. Now, the best tip to avoid becoming a victim yourself: if you ever have a concern regarding your bank, grab your credit card and call the number on the back of it. We're live in studio. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Good advice, Bianca. Thanks. We have an update tonight on a woman who was found dead at a Phoenix park earlier this month. Police now say the victim was a 16-year-old girl, Zariah Dodd. Officers say she was 22 weeks pregnant when she was shot and killed near 55th Avenue in Osborne. Detectives are still investigating. Phoenix police have not shared any information about a suspect in the shooting, adding this investigation is still open.
Developing tonight, Scottsdale police have arrested a man they say made secret recordings of him having sex with multiple women. Julian Nixon faces 24 counts of voyeurism and unlawful recording. Police found over 100 videos on his phone. The investigation started after one woman found the cameras. Police believe that there may be more victims, which is why we're showing his picture. Anyone who has ever had relations with Nixon is asked to contact Scottsdale Police.
Tonight, an Arcadia restaurant worker is accused of grooming a 16-year-old girl into having a sexual relationship with him. The 25-year-old is now facing multiple counts of sexual conduct with a minor.
12 News journalist Chase Golightly is in Arcadia, where police say all of this happened.
The suspect, Jason Guevara, works here at Los Cerritos Mexican Food. It's where police say he reportedly met that 16-year-old victim and where officers arrested him. Wearing his work shirt while standing in front of a judge, 25-year-old Jason Guevara is accused of having sex with a 16-year-old girl multiple times over the course of a month.
There are not one, but 6 counts of sexual conduct with a minor.
According to arrest documents, the high school freshman first met the suspect at Los Cerritos Mexican Food where he worked. She would reportedly go there with friends after school got out. After a few weeks of talking and hanging out, police claim Guevara drove her home and eventually developed a sexual relationship.
The state is concerned that the defendant seemed to groom her over a period of time.
Police reportedly finding explicit photos of the suspect on the victim's phone. When police first questioned Guevara, he denied the allegations. Then a few weeks later, he was arrested at his work.
The state believes that he is a danger to any other minors that he may come across.
We spoke with an employee on Thursday who said they didn't know about the arrest, just that Guevara wasn't at work. When I asked what his role was at the restaurant, they declined to answer. We then went to his parents' home where Guevara lives, but no one answered. However, a neighbor told us he had spoke with Guevara's dad hours before the arrest, saying police were looking for his son, but claimed he didn't know why.
The dad told me that he would find out today what was going on.
Guevara was given a $100,000 cash bond and at this time remains behind bars. In Arcadia, Chase Golightly, 12 News.
Okay, Chase, thanks. The Dragon Bravo fire is now the largest wildfire in the country right now and the 10th largest in Arizona history. The fires burned more than 105,000 acres along the north rim of the Grand Canyon. Officials say tonight it's just 9% contained. That's down from 26% last week. And this is not because crews are losing ground, but instead because this fire keeps growing. Several buildings on the North Rim, including the historic Grand Canyon Lodge, have been destroyed.
Tomorrow is a weather impact alert day for the valley as extreme heat makes a return. Let's get over now to our forecast with meteorologist Lindsay Riley. And Lindsay, just how hot are we talking?
We're talking 113, 114, and that's just for this first round of extreme heat because we have a second round for the second half of next week where we could reach 115 and 116. And we'll be setting a lot of new record highs over the next week. Not the case tomorrow, though. 113, still extreme, but not a record. 116 is the record for tomorrow. But Saturday, hitting 114, we do beat the 2011 record of 113 degrees in Phoenix. So tomorrow and Saturday, both weather impact alert days. We will not be dropping off into the 80s for overnight lows tonight. Instead, waking up to 91 at 6 a.m. tomorrow. And by 10 a.m., it's already 101 degrees. Temperatures continue to climb from there. The hottest hours of the day, 3 to 5 p.m. Up in the high country, even through the weekend, it's going to be tough to beat the heat. Out towards Sedona, we're going to reach 100 degrees in Sedona by Sunday. White Mountains will be in the 90s this weekend. Couple storms out near the White Mountains tomorrow, but the monsoon moisture shuts off for the weekend. Tomorrow in Flag, mid-80s, so pretty comfortable on Friday in Flagstaff. Out in Prescott tomorrow, we will see some 90-degree readings. A little bit of a breeze. That breeze will be from the southwest during the afternoon. And in Payson, slight chance for a storm tomorrow, but a little bit warmer, low 90s by 4 o'clock. Mark?
Linz, thanks. Tonight we're following up on a series of burglaries at an East Valley business, including this break-in at Johnny's Burgers and Dogs in South Tempe earlier this month. Tempe police tell us that they have someone in custody right now. Tonight, 12 News journalist Sean Rice is revealing the suspect is no stranger to this kind of criminal behavior.
Tempe police say 21-year-old Jose Perez Robledo had the same MO for all of his business break-ins. He would throw a boulder-sized rock through the business's front window and take off with their cash registers. Now, from June to July, they say he did this at 10 businesses in Tempe, Chandler, and Gilbert.
small family business. The $250 is almost laughable. It's like, come on.
$250. It's all this burglary suspect, who police say is Jose Perez Robledo, got away with back on July 7th. He hurled a rock the size of a bowling ball through the front window of Johnny's Burgers and Hot Dogs. He crawled through the hole and took off with their cash register. Tempe police also collected video from two other Tempe businesses, Carla's Taco Shop and Quickly Tempe Boba, showing the exact same crime take place. A rock-throwing thief target them.
It almost makes me want to reach out to that person and see, like, what leads to that? Like, why?
Video from a Mesa barbershop on July 5th, just 2 days before the break-in at Johnny's, shows a person wearing bright green construction gloves perform the exact same crime. Court records say Tempe police detectives found those same gloves on Perez Robledo at the time of his arrest. This serial burglar is no stranger to the inside of a courtroom or a jail cell. He was convicted of committing 14 commercial burglaries in the Valley back in 2021. He was sentenced to 1.5 years in prison. Records also indicate Perez Robledo was on probation at the time of his arrest last week. And I've spoken directly with both business owners who shared video with us. They tell me they hope the criminal justice system takes notice of this repeat criminal behavior, and they hope it leads to some serious time behind bars if Perez Robledo is convicted. Right now, he does remain inside the Maricopa County Jail. He is being held on no bond. In Tempe, Sean Rice, 12 News.
Sean, thanks. A real headache out on I-17 right now. The southbound lanes are shut down at Camelback. We're told this is due to a serious crash. This video is from a traffic camera in that area. Details haven't been released, but for now, drivers should definitely avoid the area.